Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reading for TXT member Jehun, because yes, we are continuing with the Virgo season, the tarot reading for the Virgo idol. So yes, if you would want to leave in the community post that I left, if you want to leave your own recommendation for a Virgo idol, it's appreciated. So yeah, but today is for Jehun. So yeah, let's begin with the cards that he got. He got the card of the Fool, Knight of Wands, Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Ten of Pentacles. And then from the Oracle, he got the card of Mars in Pisces, Escape. So yeah, I definitely got very positive vibes of this spread as a whole. Seeing the Two of Cups in the middle makes me very happy, because sometimes when I read for idols, they do have their conflicts with, just like getting other people, and I think that probably since we are talking about Virgo season, Virgo energy, for a Virgo person, sometimes connections are not that simple. Sometimes misunderstandings happen. Sometimes they don't get along with everyone. They are very specific about the people that they like. They have also you know, their their special bonds with people, but it's always, very intellectual kind of vibe. In this case, from Jehun, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, his name with my accent, it doesn't work that well. So I do apologize. But definitely for him, it's all about connections. Like, this guy lives for connections, and I think that he's very successful at it. Um, I saw these Two of Cups in the middle, and I was like, oh my God, he's doing so well in this industry. Because we know that this industry can be, like very chaotic and very competitive, but for him, it's all peace and love. So definitely, I'm glad that he's feeling that way, and it sort of reminded me that he's a moon in Libra. So I guess that for him, even though maybe I don't know, there could be some, you know, harsh things going out in like happening outside in the world. He has a mentality of like trying to see the positive side of things and trying to connect with people as much as possible and trying to stay positive and trying to create harmony in his relationships. But yeah, starting with the Fool and the Knight of Wands, I think that definitely this year or these past few months, there had been, I think that he really feels satisfied with himself. There's this feeling of him trying something new. There's this feeling of he's sort of launching himself with so much energy, with so much like initiative. I think that he's a very passionate guy, and when it comes to his life at this moment, he's feeling very proud of himself. He's like, like, I'm going all in, like I'm being my passionate self. Like, I definitely think that he felt very energetic this year. Like, he was like, okay, what do we have to do? Do we have these schedules? What do I have to do? Where do you want me to be? I will be there. So I get this sense of him personally, him as an individual, just doing very well, and his energy always up. Like, I don't know, I haven't heard from him that much. Like, I don't think there was a scandals or anything like this. I definitely see him like working a lot towards himself, and also I think that he feels very proud of himself because he's always trying to learn something new. He doesn't feel stagnant at all. He's like a guy that whenever someone brings a new idea, he's like, okay, I'm going to do it. Like how, like, where do you want me to go? I'm ready. He's a guy that he's always ready for new challenges. He's always ready for new chapters. He's like, okay, like, where are we going? Like, always ready. His energy is very high. It's very up. It's very up in there. And I think that he sort of feels like, very overprotective also of his people, probably of the group. Him being like, okay, guys, we have to give our best. We have to stay optimistic. We have to stay moving. Like, let's not stop now. Definitely I could see that this guy also is very competitive. But he's like, okay, like I'm putting my body into action, like I'm not stopping. So guys, let's not stop. So definitely I see him like being a sort of motivation for others, being like, okay, let's do this, let's do this. I know that, sometimes things are not that because with the fool it's like sometimes they can like experiment a bit with things that they do for TXT, or just give them projects that are very new or very different. So sometimes, yeah, he does feel like he's jumping into the unknown, but he does give me a vibe of a very adaptable and very excited guy. He definitely is enjoying his career. Is it enjoying his life in general? He's like not complaining at all. And honestly, I think that this guy is very busy because I don't see cards that, I was like, okay, I'm reading for a Virgo guy. I should get some cards of overthinking and him thinking about things a lot, and him being intellectual about things or conversations and opinions. And here I don't see any of this. I mostly see him like, moving, like working, traveling, and being excited and full of life. Honestly, he's very passionate. He's definitely is very passionate. I think that honestly, in his private life, he's doing very well. I must say it because, the Two of Cups here in the middle, it talks about connections, intimate connections, and when I say connections, it doesn't have to be romantic. We do have very valuable and beautiful relationships with family and friends that they also provide us with the love and acceptance that we need. But I don't see a specific someone, so I cannot be like, oh, he's dating someone, because I don't see it. But what I do see is that he's doing very well in the connection department of his life. The emotional side of his life is very fulfilling. I think that he feels like, okay, I'm such a great son, I'm such a great friend, I'm such a great, uh, uh, team worker. I'm a great coworker. I'm a great like collaborator. I'm great at collaborating with others. Like he definitely feels like he had grown so much because of others. This is very Moon in Libra actually. But he's sort of celebrating this. He's like, because I do well in connecting with others, and I do well in building relationship with others. I see my growth in this. I see how my mentality is growing, how my opportunities is growing. Maybe also his relationship and devotion to the fans is also growing. He feels very rewarded for everything that he puts into others, or into pleasing others, I would say. He's a very diplomatic guy. He definitely cares about what others says of him. So, I don't see him, but the Two of Cups is here. So, he's very happy. So, maybe he has like a connection with someone. But I think that if I don't see a specific someone, it's because, I don't know, maybe he doesn't want it to be known. Sometimes the cards are not that specific, and sometimes there are things that I cannot see because the person doesn't want me to see it, and I think that that's okay. And it's very valid, and we should respect that and not push it. But yeah, if I see it, I will say it. But and here I think that it's an overall feeling of him being like, I'm doing so well in my connections with people. I'm loving this. Like I'm such a great like counterpart, and definitely there's something about Jehun also being a good diplomat, in the sense that he knows he needs of others. He knows he needs of connections. Specifically in this industry, it's all about connections, and it's all about you having a proactive attitude towards wanting to be liked by others, that others like you, that others are having a good time around you, that you make others laugh. So I think that he's like, sort of being a bit of a people's pleaser, yes. But in his case, he sort of see it like winning, like when you are winning when you do this. Because he has the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So he's like, relationships are a key essential part of my work. So yeah, sometimes there's people that I just don't, it's not that I like them 100%. It's not that, oh, I'm so passionate to be hanging out with these people, but I do it because it's work. And I think that in this case, I would say he's the only one that has the ability to do this, to sort of like put a smile on his face because of business, business, and because of connections, and because it's good for the job. I think that he's like, sometimes you do have to be, maybe to fake a bit, but you do have to do this in order to have harmony in some transactions, or in some deals, in some negotiations. He's very good at negotiating. And he also is someone that has a lot of charm and charisma, and he knows that a beautiful smile is going to take him like everywhere. I think that his mentality goes through this. I have to just sit pretty here and smile. And I have the feeling that probably he's the only one that thinks like this, and probably the others don't agree like 100% in this. But he's like, I have to do it because we cannot be complaining all the time. Like, we cannot be all the time thinking about the negative part of our career or of our circumstances. We have to remain positive. We have to celebrate our winnings. We have to acknowledge that, yeah, that we done well, that we were willing to do this, that we were helpful, that, sort of like bringing optimism to being part of the industry. And I feel that this attitude definitely will take you to places. Definitely his attitude of being very polite, also like being very funny, and just being very eager to meet others, respectful. Here with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, I definitely think that he's building something, that he's building his own stability. And honestly, this guy is like a champion. He's loved by everyone. Even his haters love him. Like, he probably is a guy that he's very much envied by others. There's a lot of envy around him. But he is the kind of guy that he's like, even to the haters, you have to smile back at them. And you have to, greet them with a smile. And yeah, if they want to hate, let them hate. But you always have to shine. You always have to have the control. Do not let them see your ugly side. So I think that this is beautiful, honestly, guys. It's very funny. It's very, his perspective is very interesting. But he's definitely is very business wise. He has a lot of wisdom now that I'm seeing it. And I'm seeing, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. Is like the guy is going places. Definitely he knows. He knows his charisma, he knows his willingness to cooperate, his willingness to build relationships, and to always be nice and willing to listen to the others. I think that is going to take him to higher positions in life, because we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I think that he is a guy that he's like, everything that I got in life, it's because of my effort, and also because of the good feedback of others. So he's very devoted to what the others think of him. And at the moment, for this year, it looks like he has very good feedback. That probably here with the Ten of Pentacles, I can see like also the company being very proud of him. And like, I don't know if it's like giving him prizes, or congratulating him, and giving him a gift, a present, a recognition. a check. I don't know. But there's something about, everyone in this community, probably in Hive, being very, very proud of Jonghyun, very proud of him. And he feeds off this, and he's allowing himself to enjoy this and be like, oh, look, all the prizes that I got, I'm amazing. So I think that this is great. I love to see this for him. Definitely, I think that he has, I think that this guy is very daring, and in his own way, he knows what he's doing. He's very smart. He's a very smart guy. Um, and then from the Oracle, he got the card of Mars in Pisces, Escape. So here with this card, I was like, I get it now. Um, I think that definitely from the perspective of others, they sometimes, maybe the other members, they see Jehun as being a bit delusional, like sort of escaping like realism, like sort of like not seeing things from what they are, or not facing reality or actually what is really going on, you know. Um, I think that he sort of uses his ability to be good at networking or maybe being good at relationships, to escape sometimes all the responsibilities or maybe to escape. I think that the guy just doesn't want to be bothered. The guy doesn't want to be put into negativity. He's like, we're living a good life. This is great. We are actually achieving a lot. So, guys, I don't want to talk about sad things. He's not in the mood to talk about sad things like mistakes, past errors, past arguments. He's like, I just want to be at peace. I just want to be feeling in the clouds. I want to be okay. Like I want to be positive and I want to be bright. And in this card of escape, I can see it sort of like like a sort of like defense mechanism against what is actually going on. You know, Probably the picture is bigger. There's but from his perspective, because I'm reading for him, he tries to see it for today. He tries to see it with color pink glasses. Pink color glasses. Definitely, he wants to see the happy vibe. He's just a very happy guy at the moment. So he just wants to stay in that state. He doesn't want to be like thinking about the sad things, the negative things. He just wants to be left alone, and he wants to escape a bit reality. Maybe, yeah, things maybe are not working that well as he says, but he's trying his best to not get negative. So, but yeah, I was describing all this, I don't know why I got this vibe of others being like, that you are being delusional, right? There's others' point of view. Maybe the other members don't see it the way he sees it, but for him, he's enjoying this. He's definitely enjoying this. He's trying to see the positive side, the positive outcome of all that they had been doing, and just trying to stay optimistic and put a beautiful smile on his face, I think that from his experience, he has done well, and he's proud of himself. He will continue to embrace this until the year ends. Probably the whole 2023 is going to be very positive in his eyes. In his perspective, everything is going well. But yeah, um, here with Mars in Pisces, there could be some things that he's avoiding, or there could be some things that he's not seeing clearly. There could be some, delusional behavior, but the good part is that he's feeling good about himself. His self-esteem is very high at the moment. So yeah, guys, this is all I have for him today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and yes, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.